Hey everybody, welcome to Walked Into a Bar, the show where three brothers who happen to be professionals get online and chat with each other. My name's Phil, I'm a lawyer. We've got Matt, who's an engineer, wave Matt. We've got Ben, who's a preacher. And
this is Hebrew for something.
Oh no. We are joined today by a very special guest. Our father is with us, Dan, who's also a preacher. Matt and I are outnumbered.
Amen.
Oh, no.
It's actually 50-50, not preachers to preachers. I'm just saying.
Two preachers,
math
one
is hard,
lawyer,
huh?
one engineer. That's
Yeah.
we're totally outnumbered.
But the important thing here is that we're all nerds.
That's true.
Except for Ben.
Geek.
Whatever you got to call
I
yourself.
used to work for the squad, so
Just because you worked for the nerd herd doesn't mean
I didn't work for the nerd herd. That would have been cool because I would have gotten paid more money to be on TV.
Probably, yes.
So.
Okay, so anyway, welcome, and we've been gone for a few weeks. We've, as we talked about before, Matt had his final week of chemo, and that kind of took us out for a week. And then Ben has been doing some traveling, spending some time with his wife's family in Colorado as they're dealing with some issues, and then helping Dad's brother and his family move out to Colorado to their new house. And
He's
so
our uncle.
He's our uncle. That's right. We've kind of been out of pocket for a bit, but we're back.
Lucky you.
All five of you who watch this, congratulations.
Share it with your friends.
Let's give them credit. There's like 10.
Okay, 10 of you. And you should invite 10 friends each and get more to us. And I want to start out here with a little bit of an apology. You may hear some shrieking in the background. You may hear some, may I say, cackling in the background. My wife and my mother are upstairs watching.
You didn't say
meetings,
cackle. I didn't hear that.
And they're laughing quite loudly. So I apologize if you hear laughing in the background. That's what it is. They're having a good time.
I never said cackle. You don't hold that against me. It's Phil, okay?
Hey, that was all Phil.
All Phil.
That
guy.
My youngest son is watching with them, and that's who I was referring to.
Right. By the way, Phil,
Here's the hole, and we're digging it.
So anyway, yeah, we are here. There's been a lot going on, but I don't know that I want to touch any of it with a 10-foot pole. Yeah.
We
Let's skip all
will
that.
not be politically correct. So
Today only, we will skip all politics because we have two people in this vlog that don't care, and two people that will care way too much at any given moment.
Is that it?
What are you saying about us, Ben? What are you saying
Well,
about
it's either
Dad and
you
I?
or me, Phil.
Huh?
It's either you or me on those issues. Let's stay out of it.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
shucks.
I think it's 3-1 then, because Dad cares.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah.
And
okay.
that's just he'll take over. You know he will.
Well, I'm right here. I can control the situation.
So politics. What is this thing, politics?
We try to stay away from it as much as possible. It's a necessary evil, but we don't have to be about it all the time. So.
Yeah.
Let's put it this way. I'm in the Attorney General world, and I know more about Kamala Harris than I want to know.
Did you call her Camel?
Kamala Harris.
Okay.
I thought it was Kamala.
I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But,
All I
hey,
know is
hey,
that I spoke with Senator Thune today.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Here we go. With that, and avoiding any more embarrassing stories from Dad,
Thune!
we're going to talk about...
Dad, you said Thune!
Stop! No!
Thune, tell us your story about
No.
Thune.
Yeah. Did you run into him on the road, or what happened?
Did you pull a Matt and run into him?
No. I was in Culver's, and Senator Thune came in and ordered food
In Mitchell.
in Mitchell.
Ah, I've been there. Very cool. And you
That's
said hi
not
and
his
thank you
home.
for everything that you do.
That's about it.
His home's in Sioux Falls.
He was probably traveling to Pier or away from Pier. I mean, a lot of people travel away from Pier.
It's hard to say where he was going from. I don't know.
We didn't get into that deep conversation.
Thune's a good man. South Dakota, go vote for Thune.
That's right. He's not up this year.
Good. Thune for president, 2024.
Man, that would be great, but I don't think he's going to run. So, okay, good. Well, now that we know Dad ran into Senator Thune and, by the way, thoroughly embarrassed me. Our movie for tonight is Spaceballs.
I feel like something has been left out of that story now, and you have to elaborate.
Yeah, we
Spaceballs.
need some elaboration here.
Dad, what'd you say
did
about
Dad
Phil?
embarrass Phil?
Spaceballs.
No.
Spaceballs.
No.
Same way Spaceballs embarrasses the rest of the astronauts.
Oh, we
Well,
can't have that.
that's going deep. I
Even
need more
Mom thought that was
information.
funny. Did you hear the laughter?
Yeah, that was Mom.
I don't get it, but
Yeah. So, Spaceballs. Matt, why don't you introduce us to Spaceballs?
Spaceballs, released in the 80s. I know that because I had nightmares about it in the 80s.
What? Nightmares?
Spoiler alert. Yeah, that little part for a pre-kindergartner, pre-K,
Yeah, probably.
kindergartner.
Uh-huh.
oh, you would have been in kindergarten at least by then.
Well, I was in kindergarten in the last year in Texas.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it would have come out 87, 88, so
Matt would have been kindergarten.
kindergarten-ish.
so
Pre-K, yep.
anyway, Spaceballs, how to Star Wars spoof. Mel Brooks.
Mel Brooks,
Yeah.
There we go. Mel Brooks. Very, very good. And slapstick comedy.
Oh,
By the way,
yeah.
best character in it is Barf.
John
Barf.
Candy.
That's right. John Candy. The late, great John Candy. One of his great characters, in my opinion.
Spaceballs released in 1987.
Nailed it!
Yeah. Yeah.
I got something right!
There's a first time for everything, Phil.
Shut up, Ben.
Well, I mean, with you being in law, everything's real gray matter. So
It's all relative, right?
Is it right? Probably not. He's trying to
What
prove
kind of
his
case law
rightness.
can I find to support my position?
Is he right or is he possibly right?
It doesn't matter. It's
Matt,
just-
what else do you have to say about Spaceballs?
Suck.
The vacuum. Yeah.
The vacuum, right.
That's
Oh,
hilarious.
let's see. There's so many quotable moments.
There are a lot of quotable moments.
Yeah, there's the instead of being the Force, it's the Schwartz.
The Schwartz.
May the Schwartz be with you. And they use a ring, so it's kind of like Lord
May
of the
the
Rings.
Schwartz be with you.
I mean, not to give spoilers, but I mean the movie is, let's see here, 87, 2020. What is that?
That's
33 years.
33 years.
33 years?
33 years, yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And
So,
despite that,
It's still great.
one of my favorite lines in the movie is where Yogurt
Oh, yeah.
talks about
Mel Brooks' character.
Yep, Mel Brooks' character, Mel Brooks acted character, talks about Spaceballs 2, the search for more money. It has been 33 years and it still hasn't come out, although the rumors continue to abound that someday soon we'll get one. My guess is they were going to work on it and then COVID hit.
Well, didn't they?
Corona.
Isn't Mel Brooks notorious for something like Spaceball 2's? The story continues.
Yeah.
But it's more like History of the World Part 2.
Yeah. History of
Like,
World Part 2.
There is no Part 1.
Part 1. There was no Part 1. Yeah.
And so Spaceballs, I think, iconically, Mel Brooks can't come out with a Spaceballs 2
I think
because you talk about it, but then don't do it. It fits with History of the World Part 1. Where's that? It's nowhere. But
I think this is the one they can do a sequel to, right?
no, I think they need to do Blazing Saddles sequel.
They're not going to do a Blazing
We'll call it
Saddles.
politically correct.
They're not going to do a Blazing Saddles 2. That won't happen.
It would be the most boring movie ever.
Yeah, it would, because they couldn't say anything. Just be a bunch of cowboys hanging out in a room looking at each other.
Hey.
Yeah.
Let's give America back.
Gene and I love this movie. We quote lines back and forth to each other, like when the princess, she leaves,
Vespa.
and Princess Vespa leaves, and she's talking to her matron of honor, Dot.
Yeah.
And she says, "Don't you feel bad about this?" She says, "No, I'm glad. So anytime one of us says glad, That is the very next thing comes out of our mouth. Or referencing another great scene with Princess Vespa and Lone Star, along with Barf and Dot, as they're traipsing through the desert. They stop and look in the princess's matched luggage, and they find her gigantic hair dryer.
Oh yeah.
And she says, "I can't leave home without it." Another quotable line in a relationship that's always good for a laugh.
Lola never says it, but
No,
Little-
that's too bad.
I don't think she's ever seen Spaceballs.
Oh.
Little tie-in to other sci-fi movies.
Mhm.
Lone Star is the president
In Independence
in
Day.
Independence Day, and I never put that together until just
Pullman.
now.
Did you realize who plays Lone Star in Independence Day? I think is it the same guy?
Huh?
Let's look it up.
Lone
Lone
Star
Star in Independence
in
Day.
Independence Day.
Oh no, sorry,
No.
my bad.
Bill
I-
is it Bill Pullman? Am I getting the name right?
Yeah,
he
Bill
played the
Pullman
president.
plays
Gotcha.
Lone Star in Spaceballs and then plays the president.
Yeah, never. I wasn't following you. Now I am.
Okay. All right.
Sorry, one of those do moments.
It's okay. We just figured that you're a dot matrix connected up to a serial port, which never happened. They were parallel
Oh.
port, and you got some bits flipped.
I mean, it is 9:33 in the evening.
Dad got that, Phil. I'm sorry you didn't.
There's one person in this family who never got the computer bug, and it's this guy.
There's one person in this family that tried to give the computer bug away. This guy.
And how'd that work for you, Ben?
You can have it anytime you want. That's why I became a pastor.
Yep. Nope. Don't want it.
It's yours.
Ben, what are your thoughts on Spaceballs?
Spaceballs is a good movie. I have to be in the mood for it. Which, it's just one of those movies. It's like, I love it. It's great when I'm in the mood for it. When I'm not in the mood for it, flip the channel. And it's just me. It has nothing to do with the movie itself. It's a great movie. Some of my favorite parts are with the, what does he call himself? The Darth Vader character.
Dark Helmet.
Dark
Dark
Helmet.
helmet.
Dark Helmet. He's one of my favorites. I love the helmets in all of them because they're just huge.
Yes.
Huge helmets for all of them.
He's
The
got multiple-
stormtroopers.
He's got Dark Helmet has different helmets depending on his dress and the season of the year, evidently.
Yep.
Oh, and Rick Moranis was the right guy to play Dark Helmet.
Absolutely.
I love the escape pods because they flush
Mhm.
when they're exited. That was fun.
Yep.
There's a lot that I love about it. Yeah, there's so much you have to pick up on. I mean, I don't think we've picked up on everything in the past
No,
30 years of this movie being out.
no,
And so,
probably not. And typical for Mel Brooks, he throws in a lot of little things you got to be watching for to see him.
Yeah.
One of the great things about him. Now, Dad, I don't know if Dad has any good memories about this movie or not. I don't know if you guys remember this or not, but we had a copy of Spaceballs growing up on VHS.
you mean the legal copy?
It was recorded off of HBO or something onto
I don't remember that.
videotape.
Nope.
And one day, Dad decided he didn't like the movie, and he recorded over it.
I don't
I-
remember.
I don't know
that.
what he recorded over it with, a basketball game or something.
Basketball
It was
game
probably
or some
you, Phil.
world event or
It
something.
was not me. I did not record
It
basketball.
was probably
games.
recorded a basketball game that you were supposed to play in but didn't.
Let's face it, I didn't play in basketball games. I rode the
Well,
pine.
The camera caught you on
I
the pine.
remember you playing in
I
basketball.
sat the bench. Yeah, the C team games.
Yeah, those
don't
weren't
count.
recorded.
Those don't count. They don't record those. Keith didn't record those games.
I remember you playing in a varsity game.
I got in varsity games if there were 2 minutes left on the clock, and if we were up by 30 points or more.
Oh, I remember one spot very specifically. You got in a game.
Because we were up by 30 points
Let
or
him
more,
tell
and
the
there were
story,
2 points
Phil.
or less.
No,
So let him have his glory.
no.
Okay.
There was one spot where the opposing center needed to be
Oh,
taught
yeah.
a
Yeah,
lesson.
that's right. That's right.
And coach sent you in to
Coach sent
teach
me in
that
to-
guy a lesson.
That's right. That's
And
right.
You did a wonderful job.
That's
of
right. The
Teaching
first,
him a lesson.
first game of the year, my senior year of high school, we were playing Dupree, as we always played the first game of the year. And their center was giving our boys a little bit of a rough time. And the Coach Beck sent me in. He said, box him out, Phil, put him in the bleachers. I said, you bet, Coach. Man, this is great. He's going to put me in. It was close to the beginning of the game. I thought, this is great. He's going to put me in to do this every game. That was the only time He did it. Every other game, if there were 2 minutes left on the clock, not at halftime, no, at the end, and we were up by 30 points or more, then he put me on.
Now,
Did
as
you
I
put him in the
remember it,
bleachers?
I put him in the bleachers. Yeah,
you got 4 fouls.
yeah.
in that
I think
very
I
short
did.
time.
Yeah, I think I was in for just 5 minutes or so, and I got 4 fouls.
4 fouls.
I put him in the bleacher several times, as I recall.
That doesn't sound like a foul. That sounds like a good box out.
Right? That's what I thought.
Sent him scooting across the floor on his
Once or twice.
seat of learning.
Once or twice.
I remember my first varsity game with Brad, or not Brad Hand, but the older Hand, whatever his name was, as the
Dwayne.
coach. What?
Dwayne?
No, the older
Byron.
Hand, the Byron.
Right,
Yeah.
Mhm.
And he told me, he goes, go in, foul the guy as hard as you can, and when you go to help him up, I've got 4 more and walk away. So I did.
And?
And then I sat the bench the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So, but
Dear viewers, I know some of you went to Midland High School and you understand these things and remember them. For those of you who didn't, we weren't very good at basketball.
we weren't that great.
So. Speak for yourself. I did
Matt,
great.
Matt was pretty good, but he didn't like it.
No, I didn't like it.
Ben and I weren't all that great, and we.
Phil, you never watched me play basketball.
No, I
You
didn't.
don't know.
No,
I wasn't bad. I definitely wasn't a varsity starter.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Midland Vikings were a good basketball team. My senior year of high school, we went 24-1, and the only game, that one game, was the state championship. But they cut me at tournament time, and that's in South Dakota Class B basketball. They're not supposed to do that to a senior. They did anyway, put in a couple sophomores instead. So I said, fine, I'm out. And I went to a youth rally instead. But anyway, yeah, they were a good team. And for sure, I wasn't of the caliber worthy to play with them. But it was fun anyway.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
cool.
Those are good memories. And that was all birthed out of Spaceballs.
Well, Dad recorded over our copy of Space.
Yeah, probably with your basketball game.
What can I say?
Probably.
And they probably didn't even catch you putting someone in the bleachers. So
Probably not.
No.
That was the first game of the year. They wouldn't care about that.
No.
Nobody caught the 12 points a game I had in the C game. So, whatever.
you had 12 points a game?
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Yeah. No one caught my 50
It's
points a game.
unrecorded,
So.
so
Yeah, they didn't record them. So, yep, 20 points a game in the C games.
No one caught my 13. Yeah, I think 13 blocks in my last JV game. So
guys, the fish was this big. I mean,
was it?
seriously, it was this big.
I was
very large.
1 block away from Ted's block record. That's all I remember. But I was in a JV game,
You were
not
in
a
a
varsity.
yeah.
So
All right.
it's my life.
That'll do it. That'll do it. So, what else is going on?
I
We're
don't
gonna
know.
free flow this. We don't have too much.
I'll tell you what. Y'all need to get out to Uncle Ed's place.
Yeah.
That house is gorgeous. And the views, Dad, you won't believe it, but the views are perfect where he has his house.
I mean, we've been
I
to
helped him lay out the footprint.
We've all
Yeah, I
been to
know,
the
but
property,
you haven't
right?
been in the house and you haven't been an extra foot up looking everywhere, being able to see all 3 sets of
Ben-
mountains that you want to see.
You do know that I'm like a foot taller than everyone, right?
You do know you're not a foot taller than me. And now that you've had chemo, you're probably shorter.
No.
No,
All I
that's
know
not-
is I look up to all 3 of you. So
Well, that's with
As
age,
you
Dad.
should.
Dad's not talking about physically. He's talking about emotionally and mentally. He looks up to all of us.
Speaking of-
Oh, they
What do you
emotionally.
think? I've
Oh,
got
he
some,
doesn't look up to me.
got some dull coat here. What do you think? We can get a little bit out. And...
Oh! Reverse the turtle wax effect.
Oh wow,
So,
Horrible.
that's me.
no, you know what? We love Dad, and just because Phil's lighting is terrible, you got
It
the
is.
glisten
It's
off
awful.
both of their heads, not
I know.
just one.
Yeah.
Phil,
Unfortunately.
you should start wearing a hat. Just kidding. You like your hair, so
Yeah. I did just
Um,
get a haircut today, so it's a little
Yeah.
messed up.
yeah.
Um,
But
Enjoy those haircuts for me, guys.
you bet.
yeah.
You bet.
Absolutely. Matt, have you made the great purchase yet of a pew pew?
No, I have not.
You have not. Is
No.
that have you looked any further into that, or are you just kind of placing it on hold for now?
We had to fix a couple of air conditioners because our air conditioner fans went out. Man, one was covered by the home warranty. The other one was going to go out. So instead of dealing with
Home warranty?
we've
His
used
home-
it quite a bit.
His home is so new that he has a warranty. I
It
don't know
was an
that
extra
feeling.
tack on the purchase of the house.
That's part of that homeowners association thing, though, isn't it?
No,
Okay.
but
Has-
they are
has
very,
Karen, Has Karen come over to cut down your mailbox yet?
Karen.
very. There's no mailbox in my front yard.
Has she come over to? What else can I think of?
No,
that
no.
the homeowners
Down
association is doing?
here, it's really easy. You look out, and if you see green in your front yard, you're in the wrong. And so you go out there and you look around. No snakes, scorpions, or spiders. Grab it, pull it out, throw it in your garbage can, and you're done. Or you send your kids out to do it.
Okay,
Have you-
okay, there we go. All right.
Has she come by for the white stuff in your yard yet that we delivered?
We didn't get it. Sorry.
I'll have to send it next year then,
Okay.
along with the cold weather.
Yes.
You know, you
Yes.
keep promising. Come December, I'm thinking December 25th, I'm going to take a picture of me running the grill.
Yeah,
Okay,
and we'll
I can
take
do
pictures
that
of
too. I'll
us
do that
running
too.
our grills.
Yeah, but I'll be in a t-shirt and jeans. You guys will be in coats.
I'll be in Colorado.
Well, I'll
I don't
wear a
care
t-shirt
what you're
and jeans.
thinking.
You
I'll
know
go out there in my underwear. I don't care.
you will. He's-
It's so hot out here.
Ben's not smart.
It's so hot out here. I can't stand the heat.
And 20 minutes later, he'll be in a ER with hypothermia.
Probably.
No, I'll make random trips inside to warm up. That's all right.
Okay,
I'll be all right.
All right. Whatever you
Every
say.
5 seconds, he will run back inside.
No, not in Colorado.
I'll still be working on the BMW, so
That's true. he'll take a picture when he gets that engine
Well-
heated up and he's cooking his food.
the
Hey, I
engine
was
I'm sure.
I was showing you the parts for my car.
Mhm.
I've started working on it. I took the engine cover off.
You know, I started working on my truck once, and we get down to the intake manifold, and I have this older guy. Then I'm at his house, and he's like, "Oh, let's not do that. Let's not do it."
Nobody I know.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, he might be with you right now, Phil. I don't know.
What?
We call him by his pseudonym.
Oh,
Starts with a D and ends with a D.
David?
No,
David,
no,
that's
no.
you, and he's younger.
There's one initial in between those two letters.
Ben, you said it wrong. It starts with a D and ends with add.
Oh yeah, my bad.
No, there
You
go.
do have to add to make the word
That's
right.
true. That's true.
So
Oh,
don't subtract.
That was a fun working experience, though.
But we put it back together just so that we could cut down a tree for that. That he's still working on.
No.
No, it's,
Oh, you're
it's
done
down.
with it now. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it down when
Did-
we were there.
No,
Did you
but
use
he was
my
still cleaning it
chainsaw?
up.
Okay.
Cut off and
An electric chainsaw.
away.
Oh, what? My chainsaw's not good enough for you?
It probably would have been better, but Dad was up in a tree, up in a ladder, so
I wanted to use my dad's electric chainsaw.
he didn't want to use his son's. He wanted to use his dad's.
I see.
The
I
good
see.
neighbor.
Uh-huh.
He wanted to use a chainsaw that actually had a chain brake on it.
That probably has something to do with it.
Yeah.
So,
Crazy.
all right. Well,
What are you drinking today?
What are you drinking, Matt?
Perrier.
Ooh,
Snobby
So bougie.
water.
Bougie.
You're all bourgeois there, huh?
See,
Oh,
I
look.
had one plain one and then one strawberry one.
I can't even afford
Ooh,
that stuff.
even more bougie.
Bougie.
Yeah.
Bougie.
Oh,
Yeah.
What's wrong with a
Live
little
it-
bubbly water?
Live in Arizona and get bougie on us, huh?
Yeah.
It has
Evidently-
0 calories.
Evidently, you moved to Arizona, you become French and all bourgeois.
No,
Yeah.
it might have something to do with my career, my position, and
Should we just call you Mr. Napoleon?
Hey, do you
now?
drink that with your pinky out?
yeah, it's always pinky out, man.
Have to drink with the pinky out.
Yeah, yeah. Phil, what are you drinking?
I'm not drinking Perrier.
I know.
Drink
Sad, huh?
anything made by those white flag waving surrender frogs. Water.
You're always on the water. I didn't even catch what Matt was doing.
Oh, he was being a white flag waving surrender frog.
We're not French, Matt. Put it down.
I was reminded today as I was at worship rehearsal with, by the way, with 3 other Northern State grads.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And the daughter of another Northern State grad
I'm so sorry.
of my favorite professor, Professor Rick Diaz, otherwise
So
known as the Dread Portuguese pirate Rick Diaz, and what he used to say about France. There's only one thing wrong with France. It's full of French people.
So they could say the same thing about America.
Well, sure they could.
You
And
know,
I'm sure
there's
they do.
Full of French people.
there's one phrase that we need to remember, and I forget what it is now exactly, but it has something
Well
to
done.
do with the people that are intolerant of people from other cultures and the Dutch.
The Dutch? I don't remember this.
It's from one of the Austin Power movies.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember that one. I know the one you're talking about, but I don't remember it. My wife, being French Canadian, falls outside of the rule and is the exception.
Oof. That's even worse, eh?
Oh, anyway, we are drinking our lovely reverse osmosis water.
Did you get that when you were out in a boat?
Boot and a boot. I am drinking it in a German beer mug. The logo's worn off, but it was Dortmunder beer.
I feel like you're doing that mug injustice. And Dad's
Probably.
doing the mason jar injustice.
I'm not sure it's really water. Hold on.
Oh, it was
Well,
funny
I was going to drink it.
It was funny the other day when I was in Colorado. One of my friends he started collecting whiskey, and so he let me have a taste of one of his $150 bottle. I'm like, I really don't want to touch this because that's way too expensive. But then he showed me this mason jar he had. He goes, straight from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. Oh, it was bad. Tonight I am drinking a veteran-owned coffee. We've tried Black Rifle coffee on this vlog before, but today I found a Black Rifle coffee I have no complaints with. It's a cold brew, meaning it wasn't brewed hot, but it was brewed cold, and then put into these cans.
Really? That's what cold brew means?
Yes.
Cold brew doesn't
Who
mean
knew?
brew it hot.
Who knew?
So today you're playing the part of Captain Obvious.
Yes.
Okay,
But-
got that.
But Matt was
Captain, my
like, it's
captain.
cold. It's cold coffee. That's gross. This doesn't taste like your typical coffee. Like, it doesn't taste like iced coffee. It's smooth. It's refreshing. There is some milk in it, so David can't have it and Phil can't have it.
I can have a little bit.
Not much. But this is espresso mocha, and it is amazing. I can only find it either on the website or at Come and Go gas stations.
Come and Go's have them, huh?
Come and Go's have them. Do you have a Come and Go in Pierre?
I don't know whether we have one in Pierre. I know there was one in Mitchell.
There's quite a few in Sioux Falls.
Yeah.
So now
So maybe
whenever
I'll
I
have to
travel,
for it.
I'm looking for Come and Go's to get my fix. So
Nice.
I picked up 4 of these when I came back from Colorado, and I'm down to 1 now. So because that's
dear.
all gone.
Whatever will
So,
you do?
Uh,
I have
Bola's
tried
coming
their-
back next week, and she can bring some.
There you go. I've tried their instant coffee, which, I mean, let's face it, the worst of all coffees.
And you said it was pretty good, right?
Coffee, and it was really good. I was really impressed. It'll mix cold or hot. I just tried it hot because if I'm drinking cold coffee, I want to have something in it, and there was nothing to have in it. I didn't have any milk or sugar or anything like that.
Right.
But it's really good. Comes in a little packet, and I was really impressed. Not the normal bitterness you get with an instant coffee. Very smooth. Really not bad at all.
We'll have to try it sometime. We'll have instant coffee taste test or something.
There we go.
Someone
Not a
can
bad
do
idea.
Starbucks, not it.
I'll do the
I'm
Starbucks
not.
stuff.
I'm not doing instant coffee. I'm sorry. That no.
Matt, we'll
Eh,
get you. We'll make you do Folgers, not it.
Matt,
What is this?
Matt has Folgers.
Matt has folders.
Nope. I'm gonna drink coffee brewed from ground coffee.
Matt, what are you gonna do
In the apocalypse,
in the apocalypse when the zombies?
when the
come?
zombies are coming for you,
And let's
and
face
you
it,
have
if the
no
zombies are
time to
coming-
brew.
If the zombies are coming anywhere, they're coming to Tucson.
That's true. It's warm there.
Warm.
They can survive.
Yep.
Okay.
They're not coming to
My-
beer.
They're
My
going to freeze
car
in here.
is not going to be rusty. My car is going to be well fueled and ready to go, and I'll just head north.
Oh no, Matt.
It
Keep
takes,
going north.
You won't be able to plow through 5 zombies in your car.
No.
That's why we'll take Alexis's car. It's a big minivan. We'll get some steel plates. We'll get them bolted on. Maybe put some spikes on. We'll be
You
fine.
think you're gonna get that bolted onto the plastic on a minivan?
It's not happening.
No, dude. You better.
I'm
you
gonna
better
get a-
learn to like some instant coffee.
I'll get a grill guard and we'll go for it on my truck. So,
All right, this settles it. I'm getting my Mini 14.
so
Now
with
you're going
that,
to a mini. Wait. What happened to the M1A?
Well,
Now you're
that's
going to a
the-
Mini 14.
so with
That's
that,
the second one.
we absolutely appreciate you viewing this, watching this with us, enjoying the
Wait,
content.
Ben, wait. Our father's barely said anything this whole
Uh,
time.
I know
This
it's
is
been
true.
really good. We might have him back.
Ben, you're terrible.
In that case, I'll have to have Sanka.
What's Sanka? Excuse Phil. He just threw up for some reason. Is that the sauerkraut?
No.
Juice.
No, it's the original
Sanka-
instant coffee.
Yes, Sanka is
Okay.
the original instant decaf
Whoops.
coffee
Disgusting.
Oh, decaf. What's the point
that
of
your
that?
grandmother
Oh,
started
no.
me off on when I was a kid.
Okay, I've got to tell a
Or-
quick story here about
That's
Grandma.
child abuse. You have
Oh, good.
6
It's-
minutes.
It's still sold.
It is still sold. I've got to tell a quick story about Grandma. When I was in high school is when I started drinking coffee, and I got started on foo-foo coffees, mochas, cappuccinos, things like that. And I was really jonesing for a cup of coffee once when we were visiting Grandma and Grandpa in Des Moines. And so knowing that Grandma and Grandpa didn't have coffee in the house, and especially not the kind of coffee that I wanted, I walked down the street to a little coffee shop that I'd noticed in the kind of corner area of, was it Beaverdale? And
Yeah.
Beaverdale and
Well, it was Beaver Road and Urbandale. Avenue.
Urbandale. Yeah, that's right. In Des Moines. And I got myself a mocha and I walked back to Grandma and Grandpa's house. And I got back and I got my butt chewed out by Grandma Carlson because I went down there and spent money on a coffee when she had perfectly good Sanka. In the cupboard. And I am 90% sure that the container of Sanka she had, this little, I don't know, 4 or 5 ounce container of powdered coffee, was probably the very same container that Dad learned to drink coffee on.
Oh, no.
I think it might have been. It was old. It was old, ladies and
Phil,
gentlemen.
Phil, then if we use that logic that you just shared with us, then every single potato chip we ever ate at Grandma's was old. It was real
yeah, well,
old because the
let me tell
container it was stored in was old. I
we
saw it
had-
just recently.
Yeah, I would bring that out and show it if we had more than 4.5 minutes for me to get up.
Dad
and
has
tangle
it.
myself a good. No, I have it now.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
So,
I got it now.
so every potato chip that we ever have at Phil's house is old.
Probably.
Matt, don't eat the potato chips.
Probably.
They're moldy.
They're from
No,
the 50s.
they don't get moldy when they're from the 50s.
Yeah, but
The
they're from
oil
South Dakota.
gets so old that it preserves them into a cholesterol chip.
No, those were great cholesterol chips.
Yeah.
So
Grandma never skimped on the potato chips,
No.
but she did
All
always
right.
put them in the same tin, and I've got that tin now.
that's awesome. That's awesome.
But anyway, that's a story about Grandma and Sanka that I'll never forget. I loved Grandma, but
Hated
it
Sanka.
was Sanka's not the same thing.
Hey, just so that you know, Phil, Sanka is $5.06, and it's Prime eligible, so you could have it by Saturday the 15th.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Man. Hey Matt, what's your address?
Nope. By the way,
by the way, I have your address.
by the way,
Free
we
gift.
need to convey congratulations to mom and dad for another year of marriage.
Yes, we
That's
do. Tomorrow
right.
is
That's
their
tomorrow.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary. 90 years
you.
together. That's wonderful. Did I get the year wrong?
A little bit.
That's cute. You're off by a few. It's 110.
My bad. My bad. While we're at it, how are the dinosaurs back then?
Living
Was it
Yeah.
44 years?
44 years.
44 years.
Wow.
So praise God for that.
I'm
We
surprised
really-
Dad's made it. Mom hasn't killed him.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, interestingly enough, Gene and I's anniversary is on Monday.
Oh, happy
Ah,
anniversary.
Congratulations.
It will be 18 years, and it's even more of a surprise that I've made it and Gene hasn't killed me.
Seriously. And Matt's anniversary is coming up too, right? Next July. While we're at it, mine's in next May, okay? Next May.
Yeah,
Remember that.
there we go.
Or happy anniversary to us.
Right?
Well, the best part of all this story is that 18 years ago, I came down with West Nile
That's
Yeah,
in
right.
South Dakota.
That's right. Yeah.
And by God's grace, I'm still up and moving, and
Amen.
I had no ill effects from it.
He came down with it after the wedding,
Well, it was actually before and after.
Yeah.
And the wedding was kind of in the middle of
and
that.
and nobody called to tell us that Dad had come down with West Nile virus. We decided to come back from our honeymoon early because things were just shut down in San Antonio where we went because we misplanned and it was the school year. We're halfway back and we call and say, hey, we're coming back. And, oh, that's great. Your dad's in the hospital. What?
Didn't want to interrupt you. So, hey, thank you so much for joining us tonight, and we are so glad that you joined us. But make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you know when we post. Hey, we love you guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.